Hello everybody, this is Aaron from Aaron 101 Productions. Welcome back to another video here. Now, according to what I've seen a lot of people comment that I'm very underrated and I'm very underappreciated. And I just like to say that I really am. The type of content I've been making recently is very underrated. So if you want to help me fix that, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. Don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified for a new video. And don't forget to like, comment, and share this with your friends. That would really help me out. Thank you so much for the 100 subscribers, and thank you Jcashvids for getting me there. Now, I've seen that we're soaring past that number pretty fast, so again, thank you so much. But again, if you really want to help me out, just get me out there, help me out, and resolve that for me. Anyways, I am actually editing a video about the fake Razz accounts, and I just want to go ahead and make a video about that. I've already made a video and it's currently still editing. It's not done. It's not done. I know. I also want to get, before we start, I want to ask you guys feedback on how I should upload my videos. Like, for example, how often should I upload? I have a full-time job, so I don't have the necessary capabilities to upload every day. Although that is ideal, but hopefully I'll get there. But so far I can only do like a couple of videos, a few videos a week is what I'm planning to do. And I just want to get you guys feedback on what are some days you want to see new videos from me? What are some days you want to see new content from me? And I'll take that feedback into consideration, and I'll try to work around that so that way it's convenient for me and it's convenient for you guys. Now let's go ahead and jump on to the fake Razz accounts. Again, I made a video currently editing, and it's going to be very polished. So this video right now is going to be the simplified version of the fake Razz, which the other video I'm editing is going to be the simplified version too. It's just that this video is going to be unpolished, so unedited, so it's just one go. However, the other video I'm editing, obviously there's cuts, there's clips, and it's going to be condensed down to multiple clips with evidence and screenshots and recordings and stuff like that. So let me start back from the events of what happened with the fake Razz account. When Jcashvids made that first video of finding that Twitter account, I watched the video and I was convinced that this was Razz's account. And I actually congratulated Jcashvids. At the time, I did not know, but according to the description on that first video about Razz's Twitter account, it says that he was given this information by a viewer named Best Exploits, I believe, and he just happened to stumble upon it. I don't know how he found it, but he just so happened to found it. And he relayed this message to Jcashvids, and he looked into it and made a video about it. So I was very curious what the account was. I went ahead and I checked out the account myself, and I was so convinced it was Razz, except upon closer inspection by me, and I've looked at all the posts, it was very repetitive. It was very, it just didn't feel real. It just didn't feel consistent. It just felt like the behavior and the attitude of this account was just repetitive and just repeating the same things over and over and over again. And to me, I just found that like kind of fake. And another thing, I also found that the content that Razz make on his YouTube channel and eTube's channel, it's not very repetitive when it comes to the account, because the accounts. So the red flags for me was that the Twitter account, all it talked about was Rahat just taking money and shit. And although we know better now that that's not true, the account was just talking trash the entire time. I found that the account has 0 followers and pretty much 0 likes, 0 shares. zero everything. And it was talking nothing new, but just talking trash to Rahat. And the account was made recently in December of 2020, which is very strange. That was a big red flag for me because Razz's Twitter account and YouTube's account, like, they're not, when their accounts were made, they were not made on the same day. They were made on the same year, which was 2018. And they were like a couple months apart, but they were still made in the same year in 2018. So this Twitter account to be recently made in December 2020 with no support, no followers, and only trash talking Rahat, it didn't make sense to me. So then I went ahead and I looked at those channels and I tried to find any reference of this account being linked, you know? So I tried looking at some of their recent videos and their about pages to try and see if they have a link to the Twitter account. They do not. They don't. They just don't. So I really started to ask myself, okay, well, if you're going to trash talk Rahat, who's going to listen to you if no one knows that you exist on the internet? No one knows that your Twitter account exists. The only way that people knows this Twitter account exists is when they watch Jcashvids video on it. That's the only way they know that it exists. Without that video, no one would have known. And I didn't know. I didn't know this account even existed. So it didn't make sense. How are you going to gain support that way? How are you going to convince people to be on your side? It didn't make any sense. You're going to make a whole new account just for no one to follow you, to get no support, no one to defend you? It didn't make sense to me. It did not make sense to me. If anything, if you wanted to get more support that way, why not just make a video about it on your YouTube channel? You know, like they do. And why not make a video on your account existing, you know? And so yeah, I noticed that the YouTube channel of Razz and Eric, no mention of this Twitter account even existing. So it was very strange, very red flags to me. And no, I wouldn't accept it. I at first I thought it was Razz, but then when I took a deeper dive and I really thought about it logically, it didn't make sense. And I immediately was like, nope, that cannot be Razz. These things just don't make sense. His reputation is very inconsistent with this account. It doesn't make any sense. So I've tried to explain in Jcashvids comment section about some of my findings, but I still didn't convince people, and I didn't know how to get through people. So I did what any YouTuber would do: make a video about it and talk about as much things as you can possibly can about what you've experienced. And I gained some support about it, and I convinced a lot of people, including Jcashvids. And within this time, I actually tweeted at this account and I said, no offense, I don't think you're Razz. And the account blocked me. So I had a fake account and I went on that fake account to see if maybe he blocked me. So I made it a fake account to try and see what was going on. I made a fake account, or my secret account, because I already have another account that I just kind of mess around with. But I used that account to see if that account existed, and the message popped up and said does not exist. Red Bull Animals does not exist. That's what the Twitter account went by. Red Bull Animals does not exist. So immediately right there, I was thinking, okay, so he deleted his account because I said, no offense, I don't think you're Razz. So I caught him red-handed right there. And to me, that's like, yeah, I caught him. Yep, this should prove it. And it proved, it convinced people. It convinced some people, but there were still some people who did not agree. And Jcashvids made another video about this account. And I'm like, wait, what? But I thought the account doesn't exist anymore. How's that possible? And I'm not very familiar with Twitter, so this came by me by surprise. So I looked at the video, and this time the account is trash talking Jcashvids. And I was like, how is that possible? How is this account back on? So I went back on my fake account, try to find out, see if that account still exists. It still says it does not exist. And obviously I went back to my original account, and obviously I'm still blocked. So I was like, okay, what do I do? I guess I'll make another fake account and see if I find it. So I went ahead and I did that, and I found it. The account was back on, and I was so confused. But the first thing I saw was that the Twitter account mentions that they had like a block bot or something. The tweet was something like, oh, Twitter tried to restrict my account. There's a block bot that I have that doesn't allow opposing opinions to view my page. So when I saw that message, I was like, okay, so I got to pretend I have to support the account and go undercover so I don't get blocked. All right, I'll do that. And I started liking some of these posts and commenting, saying things like, yeah, I believe you, Eric and Razz. Screw Rahat, screw anyone who doesn't believe you. You know, things like that. Trying to make it sound convincing. And I saw some of the posts that this person was making, and he was really trash talking Rahat, or trash talking Jcashvids. And it was very offensive. I took lots of screenshots. When I went ahead and I did this, like an hour or two later, the most ridiculous thing happened. I get a DM from this person, from the account owner. And the account owner is praising me because I sided with him, because I pretend to support him. So I went undercover, and I was like, wow, I did not expect this. So we're talking, and then he started talking about swatting Jcashvids. If you guys don't know what swatting is actually a very common problem, and it needs to stop. Swatting is such a terrible thing. So the term swatting, in a simple way to put it, when you're filming a live stream, there's like some hacker looking at your live stream. They find a way to grab your IP address, which is only attainable, from how I understand it, is only attainable through the live stream. I don't know how they do it, but they just do it. And so when they have that information, they go ahead and they call 911, and they pretty much just lie and say that you're a dangerous threat to society. So the 911 operator relays this message to the local law enforcement, and they send a SWAT team with guns, and they're thinking that the live streamer is holding everyone hostage. So they pretty much come into the house and treat you like a deadly threat. So you can already tell, like, things like that can go wrong very quickly, even if you're not the attacker. There's been some streamers who've died in the past, all because of false information that was given to them, all because some hacker decided to fuck with them. And yeah, some streamers have died from that stuff, and I took that very serious. This Twitter account, this Razz Red Boy Animals account, was talking about swatting Jcashvids, and Jcashvids likes to do streams a few, like every night, not every night, but like every few days, or he does it often, but not every day. You know what I mean? And he does it only at night. So when I saw this message, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to answer. So I tried to notify Jcashvids as much as possible. I was making a big racket about it, and no one answered me. So I kind of freaked out. So I went back to Twitter, and the account blocked me. And then it unblocked me. And then he assumed that was Jcashvids, and he's like, hello, Jcashvids. And I tried to tell him I'm not Jcashvids. And he keeps thinking that I am, and I don't know how to convince him that I'm not. So the account eventually pretty much blocked me. And when this entire conversation was going on, I took pictures and screenshots of everything what we had in that conversation. And then I took pictures and screenshots of everything that he posted on Twitter. And some of these things were pretty ridiculous and life-threatening. I took it as a serious threat. And so finally, Jcashvids got to me and he's like, dude, message me on Discord. We can talk about this. And so we talked and he's like, dude, show me the screenshots. And I showed him the screenshots and he was like, what the fuck? So I showed him the screenshots and he was kind of freaking out. I was freaking out because like, I was freaking out for his safety, you know, because you don't know if things like this is real or not. You don't know that swatting is a very dangerous thing. People die from this shit. Like, this is very serious. And this is a crime, you know, doing stuff like that. You should not do that. It's a crime. And later on, I made a video explaining what happened about that. And I posted all the screenshots. And at the end of that video, I explained, from this experience, I'm still not changing my opinion that this is Razz. Or this is not Razz. I still don't think this is Razz. There's no way in hell I'm going to be convinced that this is Razz, even from this experience. I still think this is a copycat pretending to be Razz. But from this experience and the experience I've shared with Jcashvids, I'm not changing my opinion. This is a fake copycat pretending to be Razz. And now he's making death threats. So his account got restricted. The Red Boy Animals account got restricted. And it was taken down. And so we thought, okay, it's taken down. Turns out it wasn't. It was restricted. So he came back later on. And Jcashvids made a video explaining, like, oh my God, this is not Razz. So what really convinced Jcashvids was Red Boy Animals' YouTube channel responded to one of his videos and he said, that's not my account, dude. So it's like, it was kind of coincidentally the right timing. I do have to say that was very, very questionable. That was very, very coincidental and kind of suspicious if you ask me. But all in all, I didn't think that was the account. And when we were talking whether this account was real or not, someone suggested, well, we should probably get the YouTube channel to come out and admit whether or not it's his account. And so somehow we got his attention and he came out and watch Jcashvids' video on this. And he's like, yeah, that's not my account. I don't have a Twitter account. We're like, holy crap. So Jcashvids makes a video about it, and he actually gave me a shout out and gave me credit because I've explained from the beginning. I've been saying it wasn't Razz from the beginning. At first I thought it was Razz, but then the more I looked into it, the more I realized it wasn't Razz. So I was like pretty much the only one saying this, and everyone pretty much kind of rejected me. And shit, I mean, in that situation, you just don't know what to do. You're trying to tell everybody that you don't think this is the right person, and you try to explain your point of view and try to get your points across, and still no one's listening. You know, that's a hard position to be put on. But I was like, whatever. You know, I have my opinion. They have theirs. I just don't think it's Razz. So when Razz came out and said that was like kind of shocking. But it worked. We got his attention. His channel officially came out and said, that's not my account. So then the Twitter account comes back on and he starts teasing Razz. He's like, there is no real Razz. Where's this ghost Razz? Where is he at? The ghost Razz doesn't exist. I'm the real Razz, da da da. So when I saw the comment section on Jcashvids, I actually screenshotted Red Boy TV Animals comment, the real Razz comment from the YouTube channel, and I posted that and replied it to one of the posts on the Twitter account. When that happened, the Twitter account was asking me, because I made a video explaining the situation, what's going on. So he was calling me, Jcashvids, and the real Razz to come into a group chat. I didn't like the experience that I had with this person. So immediately I was like, nope, you're not going to talk to me. I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know what your agenda is. I don't know what your plan is, but you're not going to talk to me. I got the evidence that I need, and the evidence that I have here could determine whether or not you serve justice for it. So I ain't gonna step my foot in there. Jcashvids was, we were talking on Discord, and he was like, I don't want to do it, but I'm kind of curious, like, what if I should? And Razz, at this point, I don't know what happened. I guess he didn't see it, or maybe he just didn't want to, but he never responded. So at this point, we were kind of emailing him everything about the situation. I emailed him, and Jcashvids emailed him too. So we were both emailing him. I think Jcashvids emailed him first, and then I emailed him second. I don't know who emailed first, but we both emailed him, and we both explained what was going on. And so Jcashvids made the jump, and he started talking to this person. And at first, the account was like, are you really Cash? And Jcash was like, yeah, I am. Then the account was like, post a community post saying test to prove that you are you. So Jcashvids did that, and then he deleted it. And the account's like, so yeah, I'm not Razz. I'm a random kid on the internet. And that right there was like the first screenshot that Jcashvids sent to me on Discord. And we were both like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Why would you go through all this trouble? So the account further explains that he was actually on Rahat's side. He hated what happened to Rahat. And so the person decided to take justice into their own hands, which is never a good thing. And they created this Twitter account, and they pretended to be Razz and tried to say the most outrageous things. So pretty much framing him at this point. And the motive behind it was because Drama Alert, which is a big YouTuber who make videos on things like this, like drama stuff. And so the Magic of Rahat should be a drama thing. It should be something that Drama Alert should be talking about, but they're not. Why? I don't know. But according to the account, he said that Drama Alert messaged them, and they're like, no, the account owner messaged Drama Alert. He's like, you should make a video about this. And Drama Alert's like, no, we're not going to make a video about it. We might if the drama gets worse. So this account owner was like, okay, so let me make a fake account and let me frame Razz so that way Drama Alert can talk about it. It was like the most fucked up thing ever. And so what ended up happening was, when I started making videos explaining that this is not Razz's Twitter account, the guy actually started restricting his account and reactivating his account. So deactivating and reactivating. So this was one of the tactics this guy used to prevent himself from being banned from Twitter. So Twitter never had a chance to ban him. So no matter how many times we reported him, he would deactivate his account and pretty much avoid the consequences. He would literally get away with it. It was like it was a smart tactic. And that's how he got away with it. But he was literally trying to get me off his tail, because I've pretty much exposed him with the DMs and everything that he posted on Twitter, everything he deleted. I also screenshotted everything he deleted from the Twitter. So the account owner came out and said, yeah, he's not Razz. He's a random kid on the internet. He's actually a Rahat supporter, and he wants justice served. And the only way he thought that justice could be served is to impersonate Razz and do all these things and try to get him in trouble and try to frame him. It was really bad. So Jcashvids made a video, and I collabed with him, and we were both talking about the situation. And so later on, the account owner decided to take down the account, restricting the account. And so far, we haven't heard anything back. The account is still restricted, and it's still not back. So that's what happened with the fake Razz account. I was right the entire time. And yeah, I mean, now we have two confirmations. The real Razz YouTube channel came out and said that that was not his account. And now the fake Razz account admitted that he was a fake. So we have two confirmations. Now, the question is, who was behind this account? I don't know. It could have been a kid. Could have not been a kid. Could be anyone. We don't fucking know. But was it right for this person to do? No, it's not right. It's not right at all. Like, it's not right to even get attention. Like, the real Razz, I believe Rahat's story, and I side with him. And I think what Razz did was a little unfair, but whoever impersonated him was wrong. That was wrong. You should not impersonate someone, no matter how much you think they're in the wrong. That's not cool. That's a line you cross. And when you throw death threats, that's a lot of lines that you've been crossed. So yeah, I just want to go ahead and explain that to you guys. And yeah, that's my video. And I have to go because I just ordered pizza. But yeah, that's my unpolished version of the fake Razz account. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe and help me out. I'm underrated, so we need to do that. Thank you so much, and have a good day.